We are heading to Port Dock, and we are now at Bowden. So today is the first day that the Port Dock railway line is operating. And we've got a few rail fans here on board as well, coming through the carriage. Couple of things to note first. So this is the first public service from Adelaide to Port Dock. There was a community open day yesterday, which I unfortunately missed because there wasn't much of a notice that it was actually happening. So I still think this is the first service, but just in case. Could have been yesterday. But yes, it's great to be on board this morning. As I said, we're heading from Adelaide to Port Dock, and just passed through Bowden. There are new announcements on board, which is interesting, and hopefully you'll hear them along the way. I'm not sure if that's across all train lines, but it does sound better than the previous version. The previous version was rather flat, uninteresting. The new one sounds a little bit more interesting, so hopefully you get to hear it over the broadcast. We are now heading over the north-south motorway.
Welcome to Croydon.
And now it says, welcome to Croydon. So as I mentioned yesterday in the video, this rail line was first opened in 1956, heading from Adelaide to Port Dock, which back then was Port Adelaide. Bowden was one of the first stations that was opened along the railway line, had opened in the same year.
Stand clear. Doors are closing.
And then in 1916 it was extended further along the Lefevre Peninsula. We are now leaving Bowden. We're leaving Croydon. It's very early in the morning, obviously. Get to enjoy some of the views out of the window of the northwestern suburbs of Adelaide.
Welcome to West Croydon.
West Croydon. I'm not sure if welcome is going to get annoying after a while. Now today's train that we're riding on is one of the new hybrid trains. All existing diesel trains are being retrofitted to support batteries, which then allow the engines to turn off while it is in the Adelaide railway station, and then that also reduces a lot of the fumes that are inside the station. And that's being rolled across, I think, about 50 of the trains, and about 20 of them won't be upgraded to the new hybrid system, and they'll eventually be scrapped because obviously there's too many electric trains now, and the need for the diesels won't be as much as it was in the past.
Welcome to Kilkenny.
Another thing I mentioned yesterday in the video as well was the fact that this is the first spur line or any sort of new railway line that's opened in Adelaide in 68 years. The last one that was opened was the train line to Tonsley in 1966. So it's been a long time since there's been a new railway line. And of course there's been extensions of existing lines. Obviously you've got Tonsley line getting extended to Flinders in 2020, 2021. You've got the Seafoot line extended from Noarlunga in 2014. Prior to that, you had the Noarlunga railway line as well back in the late 1970s. So days like these where
Adelaide Metro reminds everyone that the best defence against the spread of illness is good hygiene. Wash hands regularly and thoroughly with soap. Use a hand sanitizer and cover coughs and sneezes.
we still have health announcements related to COVID, which is fascinating. You'd think that after all this time, in 2024, we wouldn't need them anymore, given that they've just completely overhauled the announcements.
Woodville Park.
But here we are, still got the health messages. Fascinating. We're now at Woodville Park.
Stand clear. Doors closing. The next stop is Woodville. Change here for services to Grange.
Now approaching Woodville. These announcements are very soft, not as hard as the original ones that they had up until yesterday. So I'm curious when I'm back on the train
Welcome
lines
to
later on.
Woodville. Change here for services to Grange.
Be interesting to see if this has gone across to all the other rail lines, especially since when the Flinders line or the Tonsley line was extended to Flinders, they had a really out of sorts voice for that particular announcement. Woodville train station. There is a new map on here, which you can probably find on the website if you're interested in seeing it right now.
At the very bottom where it says Grange.
Looks a little bit different.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. After Alberton. After Alberton, it starts off.
So we just left Woodville. And now we're going past the new St. Clair development, which is still underway. Now this is the third time now that I've done this sort of live stream. First time was when the Gawler line reopened.
Welcome to St. Clair.
which was actually, no, I'm not so sure. I think it might have been the Flinders Line actually, the Flinders Line extension, and then Gawler Line, which was done with my old mate Jack. Unfortunately, Jack couldn't be here today, so he's not providing the fun commentary like last time. And here we are at St Clair, one of the newest stations in Adelaide.
Stand clear. Doors closing.
Now, this train is always stopping all stations between Adelaide and Port Dock every 30 minutes, every day, all hours of the day.
Welcome to Cheltenham.
And in the future, or from today, most of the trains heading between Outer Harbour and Adelaide will now be running express between Woodville and Adelaide.
Stand clear. Doors closing.
All right, next stop is Alberton, and then it starts to get interesting.
The next stop is Alberton. Change here for services to Outer Harbour.
So if you find yourself travelling between, say, Bowden and Largs Bay, you're going to need to change trains at Woodville, St Clair or Alberton.
Welcome to Alberton. Change here for services to Outer Harbour.
And the other thing I also mentioned yesterday was the increase in the amount of trains that will be servicing the stations between Alberton and Adelaide.
The next stop is Port Dock. This train will terminate here.
Okay. Not sure if that was picked up, but you have the new voice telling you you're in Port Dock, and then the old voice telling you that the train's terminating. So I don't know if it has gone across all of the train lines. Everyone's getting very excited. I'll just go a little bit closer to the window. Right, so we're changing over to the city-bound track and then straight onto the Port Dock railway line. Heading under Grand Junction Road. And then there'll be a double track section coming up, which is the passing loop, which is there.
So this is a separate track line off the lane. That part of the rail line is for the front train. I think that means so also there's a train museum on this side as the Copper Bridge. It's a Port Adelaide bridge.
Here's the greenway along the train line. And now we're heading into the station itself.
Here we have the train museum on the left.
And welcome to Port Dock.
Welcome to Port Dock. This train will terminate here.
Okay. I'll just quickly pause and we'll be right back. All right, let's go out and explore the station. So, welcome to Port Dock. Here's the small shelter. It was built. It's actually a little bit bigger than I expected, so that's a positive. And this train will be departing in about 14 minutes. No one's out there taking photos. Here is the Port Dock interchange for the buses and the little square in front of the train station. So further down there is where the current police station is. And that was the original location of the Port Dock railway station. On here we've got a departure screen for both the buses and the trains. And the City of Port Adelaide looks like they've put up a little visitation map showing you where you can do certain activities in the port. And down there is the bus stop, Zone A. The commuter car park, which was which is formerly the Railway Museum car park.
I do remember the days of hearing those old trains going past.
Yeah.
The 15th of January 2015 was crazy to believe how it's been 10 years already.
And down there, as we can see, other things like the brewery, and so forth. And yep, here's Port Dock Station again and the train. Looks like there's access to the museum here. Looks like that's for the Red Hens or other special services for the museum. So they have their own little platform which is attached, which is nice. And there you go, there's the Port Life Brewery in the background here. And you've got the train sitting here. Morning. All right, I think that's where we'll leave it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time. Bye for now.